Okay, can everyone see me? Hang on. Have we got a problem with Rosemary's oops. There's me nearly falling out the chair. Okay, can you just yeah. Okay, I can. You try now on your end.
Oh, hello.
Hello, can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Right. Okay, now we'll get to our meeting. So, the first thing that I want to talk about is. Oh, hold on. Yes, so welcome to our online meeting. We've got Rosemary and Adam here. So before I start, did you guys have a great Christmas? Yeah, we did actually.
Yes, thank you.
Get up to much?
Well, we saw you after New Year, didn't we?
Oh yes, you did.
Yes, it was after New Year. Because I was down here getting the...
Oh yes. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to the meeting, cut to the chase, and if there's any questions you guys have got, just, and if there's any problems, Adam's taking control. So I'll switch back to the document now, and anything. I'm just very conscientious of the time as well. It's now. Hold on, I'll put my phone in the wrong drawer. It's now 7:29 p.m. 7:29. So I'm just going to press on with what we've got, and yeah. So I've welcomed everybody. I want to address the department roles, and I've decided to put Adam and you both in the projects department because just because yeah, so and that's another thing, Rosemary. You will now be traffic director.
Did you speak with me on that?
I did. I texted you and letted you know. First of all, you have to ask everyone, are they happy with it? Well, I thought everyone is. I'll assume that everyone is happy with it.
Excuse me. How much will Jamie Vondy get paid?
Well, Jamie doesn't work for us. He's on board with a lot of things.
But hasn't he got the office?
Yes, so we're working in the same office as Jamie. He's basically got us the office. I think he will be working with us towards the end of this year on a project that I can't really talk about at the moment. And yes, he's got us a couple of clients, but he doesn't actually work for us per se. He's just got us the office. And he buys our advertisements and helps us run them.
I think we should have Jamie Vondy on.
You think we should hire him? Is that because you still owe him a lot of money? It is, isn't it, Rosemary? Anyway.
No, I gave it him.
When?
On Friday. Because he said he was going back in.
Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did, because I spoke to him on Thursday. About that. So, yeah. And also, I know you're going to say, Adam, about me saying, oh, if we're going with Jamie Vondy, that's probably me stabbing him in the back by saying that he doesn't work for us, but he does, and he's very on board with our ideas. He saw our small office and was probably offended that we didn't work for him in the first place when he bought the first ad off us. But anyway, that's another story. So, Adam, you're not going to be in the creative department. And Rosemary, you're not going to have finance department. But if you're traffic manager, that means that we get another person on finance. So I think the new woman that's coming in, Deborah, she's going to be on finance. But that doesn't mean you get paid more, Rosemary. What
more than you pay your mum?
I don't pay mum anything. I don't pay her anything at all. Because she doesn't work, she's not had anything to do with the office.
Yeah, but she was only a cleaner.
Yeah, but she was helping Neil out with stuff as well, so she just...
Yes, but she got...
Yes, I know, we've got over that, Rosemary, we've gone over it. How much I pay mummy is none of your business. Anyway. So, on the creative side, we've got podcasting, we've got video, TikTok. I think after tomorrow, I don't think anybody will be working with TikTok. If they are, it might go down the Facebook route. And that's why I've said to people, like Instagram Reels are probably going to work out the cheapest for small companies. And Google Ads, they're going to obviously work out a bit more cheaper. Yes, they're quite expensive, but they're going to work out a bit more cheaper. Whereas if we advertise on the two social media platforms I've just mentioned, which is Facebook and Insta, then obviously that's obviously where we can, cover most of the middle ground, which is what people want. Which is they want to know where they can reach their target audience. And I think the problem with social media is it's all social media, in my eyes, is going stale. The only social media that I think's quite new is Snapchat. I think, okay, Snapchat's pretty old, but it's also new and it's also fresh. So I think moving to that strategy, and also to the email marketing strategy as well. Because if you got those two, I mean, people want control over their data. I mean, to be honest with you, companies buying data, we now know it's a massive scam. Because it's mostly scammers that buy your data, but they're not just your regular small scammer that phones you. You know, they're proper techie scammers. I know what you mean, yeah. Because these type of scammers are the ones that they've got lots and lots of money, and they've got, they know what they're doing, and they know how to get around things. And they're the companies that will basically buy and sell data to other companies. And that's why, it's hackers who don't really come to play, get the blame. It's more big giants. And I think these big corporate companies are now saying, yeah, China is controlling you, all that bullcrap, when they're not. And obviously that's another decision, another conversation for another day. But, I just think that I don't think that people are going to want to stick with TikTok unless they just want to run ads on TikTok. But I think TikTok's going to up its game. It's not going to be a £200 or £300. It's not going to be a £200 or £300 ad. It's going to be more, and obviously its marketing strategies are going to be more expensive. I mean, you look at what Zuckerberg's doing, and Zuckerberg is still mood tracking people, which is a way. It's a bad, if you're sad, you'll get sold this. If you're happy, you'll get sold this. If you're angry, you'll get sold this. And if you're tired and lethargic, you'll get sold this. And it's just, they're not solving problems, they're causing more problems. And it's just a massive money spinner. It's just let's prod them with more anxiety and more depression and anxiety because it sells. It's like back in the early days when people bought papers. They didn't have all happy clappy stories in the papers. It was always the depressing stories that sold the papers. And now, what sells Facebook? Anxiety, depression. And that's me talking just as a general, an average Joe talking. So I think that's where things, and obviously that's where I think, obviously it's an evil and corrupt market out there. So's the world. You only need to look outside your window and realise that it isn't happy clappy. There's someone grabbing money from somewhere and feeding it to someone else. Anyway, um, oh yeah, the energy drinks advert. I say we need to start running it in March. So in February, we need to start getting that ad out there by the end of February, the beginning of March. And that is a big, big project. That is a big project. So, and I was thinking, and I'm still thinking, let's go a little bit PG on it. You know, I was thinking, let's go all X-rated because of the times that the. But if it's going online, yeah, kids see it. I mean, you could go on to some. You could look at some X-rated sites. That isn't your boss encouraging you to watch X-rated stuff. That is your boss saying, go and see where, you know, the ads are going. I know what you mean, yeah. Of course, I can't do it, and I'm not really brave enough to do so. Or just maybe OnlyFans would be your best bet to see if you can advertise on OnlyFans, because OnlyFans is X-rated, isn't it? But we want to sort of go page 3. So, you know, tits and bums. But, you know, nothing else. No cock and fanny. Just.
Excuse me, I'm listening. Ladies present.
Oh, sorry, Rosemary, I forgot you were there. We need to brainstorm this a little. We do indeed. But I do think. So I will look at OnlyFans and look at the advertising on there. Yeah, I think if we advertise on OnlyFans, I think because OnlyFans is safe. Well, I won't say it's safe. But, you know, gosh, that'll give the parents something to worry about. While the kids are watching X-rated content, they see our ads for energy drinks. Well, yeah. The other idea I had was a girl, a blonde model, in a racing car. And I think sex, speed, and energy are the 3 things that come to mind. I mean, sex and speed. Then when you buy an energy drink, they're the 2 things. I mean, I was drinking a Monster a couple of weeks ago. Lewis Hamilton Monster. I was thinking, wow, this tastes better. You know, is it because it's got Lewis Hamilton's a bit of a... You know what I mean? But it had Lewis Hamilton. I was thinking, wow, Lewis Hamilton, is that going to make me go faster? And I was thinking, this is a go faster drink, this now. Lewis Hamilton's on the can. But that's what you think. That's the mind of a consumer. And, you know, that's literally... Steve, can I stop you there, mate? You know, these ideas, as wicked as they sound, I don't think that they should be put anywhere near into context. No. Right. Well, I think when we do a concept discussion about this ad, which you guys will have to have in February, and bring me up to speed on that, because I do have some bits that I want to bring in the AOB, but and I've spoke to Jamie as well about raising some of the accounts. You know, because I think, are we in favour of getting Jamie's name on there? He might as well own the bloody company. No, but I'm just saying, you know, at the moment, I'm not in a great place, to be frankly honest with you. And I just think, you know, which is why we so need to focus heavily on the online stuff. Rosemary, I've got all the contracts in a folder and we need to go through them ASAP. And yeah.
Do you think we need to look at the marketing on the ad? Look at the way we're going to.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that we need to do is look at the all of the things that we need to make mental notes on.
Well, I have been making mental notes for the past 10 minutes.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that, but anyway. Yeah, and I am binning contracts. Because there's companies that we're not working with. I binned everything with Amanda Fox's name on.
Were we working with her?
We were doing. I can't remember what we were doing. Yeah, but I just binned it all. Winchester Audio working back with us. Yeah, but the thing is, we need to get the listings sorted. Once those are sorted, and we know who's on where. I mean, we can't no longer advertise what Anne's doing because she's no longer got her salon. She's got a few clients in the hand, but not really enough to the point where we can shout it from the rooftops, and we weren't really doing that anyways. So, anyway, I need to keep an eye on the time because I want to go for my bath pretty soon. You usually go for it in the morning, don't you? Not anymore. 7:51 p.m. Yeah. We need to crack on. So yeah, February's going to be a really busy month because I know we got 2 more clients, haven't we? Yes, the 2 really big clients who are going to pay us in the March, April time. And yeah. And hopefully that will yeah, that's gonna be you know, something that we do look on. Yeah, so we've spoke about that. Right, I'm up to the AOB. So I'm thinking a brand new policy which we haven't looked into. And I think one of the policies or one of the rules I think we should have is how long we should keep things on file for. It used to be 6 months, but I think we need to cut that down to 2 or 3 months. Just because we don't have the storage for physical stuff. And then for data, I say we can have about 4 to 5 months. Then we get rid of it. 4 to 5 months with everything being logged. If we go on shoot, we need to make sure that all the problems are addressed before and after. And that's where the communication sheet needs to come back into play. Because the few problems, one of the problems is we're not always in the office. Now, the positive side to that is coming to the office before you go to a shoot is a nightmare. Because if you haven't got the equipment with you, and then you have to come to the office and then make sure. So there is no office to go to before you go to a shoot. And what we can store at the office is limited. Hopefully, if I get something sorted where everybody's got what they need. Oh yeah, you know Noah. Have you met him yet? No. He's coming to the office to meet with me next time. But I said he could meet with me. We could just meet on a video call or something. I'm not really. So what I'm going to say now is the beauty of not going to the office, because you can just go straight onto a shoot. And then email all the problems over. We can look at the problem sheet, the communication sheet, say, oh yeah, it was a problem getting here. We had to book a set, or the weather wasn't permitting, or the lighting wasn't right. You have to put everything into the shoot, all the problems, whether it be weather, lighting, whether the people didn't turn up on the shoot. There's all these things you've got to consider into when you do the shoot, when you go on a shoot. I'm only going on a few shoots for this year. Because that's what I'm doing. And I know you're all going to ask the question about the holidays. Yeah. So, holidays, everyone loves talking about holidays. We've just had Christmas. And you're taking 2 months off, aren't you? I'm taking 2 months off, yes, in theory. However, I'm coming back towards the end of February. Which is why you really need to lean on the Facebook page if you want to get hold of me. Because I'm only putting bits and pieces out. And I'm not making things difficult for people to get hold of me, but it's not easy because there isn't. I keep saying there isn't an office. I shouldn't say that. What I should say is the office isn't like it used to be. And I won't be able to live and breathe this company like I used to. Which is really, in hindsight, it's a good thing for me. It's probably something I need. And the way I pay people, which is something that I'm going to sort out in February. So, even though I'm working like a little elf, yes, Adam, Rosemary told me, but I think you told us in... Oh. Sorry. Go on, Adam. As you said to us, you were like a little, you came in at night, sorted everything, and by the morning, everything was ready, the board was done, the cash was in, everything that everybody needed was, but it was getting to the stage where I couldn't do that anymore. And it's getting to the stage where it's a headache for everybody. It's not this wonderful office where we go into and I sort everything out for everybody, and then the next day everybody comes into work and everything's there on the desk ready for them and the board's done and everyone knows what they're doing. Now we're going to have to start using digital tools. And I can't be there to be this elf on a shelf every time. And to be honest, I'm at to that stage where, do I want to be sat at a desk every night? I'm just going to fall to bits, and my health isn't very good at the moment, and it is showing in places, mental and physical, and I've just had a pretty, everything's a bit pooey at the moment. And I won't have this wonderful setup. No one's going to give me a desk. So it might just be that we meet in the library every Friday, like we did before, which I can do. And because we're not paying for a desk there. But the problem that you've still got is I'm not hand-holding people still. I come in and I sit with people. And the frustration I had, though, when we were in the library was we were getting stuff done and it was productive. However, getting that desk booked out was a little bit of a nightmare. However, when I go in the library now, I get people keep asking me, "Oh, are you radio advertisement? Are you?" When I go in the library, so I try and avoid the library when I can because I don't need to use it at the moment. But when I do, and I think we really got our heads down when we were in the library. I think we really got our heads down. We got stuck in. We got the work done, and we were there for a good 2-3 hours. You know, and when I think when we go to the office next, we need to make sure that, well, I'll make sure that I've got things to, but I think when I come to the office, I'll say, what do I need to handhold you with? What, you know, what projects do I need to, because it's the only time when I will be able to do that. And it's just, I mean, the company's getting busier and busier. Both companies are, but I'm not getting anything answered myself. I'm having to, I just feel like I'm waiting for something to happen. And as I'm waiting for something to happen, you know, it's just like Christmas has happened, and it's the first Christmas I've had off. And to be honest with you, I wasn't breathing sighs of relief, to be honest with you. I was breathing the wishing that I could get things done. So that's something that I think, you know. But I will be using the band. Remember band that we used to use? Use that, and I'm going to use the try and have a look at what Facebook groups are set up. And I'm also going to look at putting stuff on the Facebook page. Treating it a little bit like a whiteboard, but I think we can get away with it why we're stuck in these hardened times, and who knows, people will see what we're doing, and yeah. It'll also be a great outlook for where you're going to. They'll see, oh, you know, you got this business, can you advertise for us? And yeah, for Shared Lives. I'll say advertise or market, because there's two differences, and you know, and I've done it for the RNIB, and when you start marketing for a service that you, or an institution that you're a part of, you do end up getting pooed on, and I don't really want that, to be honest with you. So the good thing will for them to see how I do things and how I work per se, and yeah, how I get things done to the things that I want to get done. But I think it all spills over into, you know, how we should do those things. I mean, I'll try and do what I can. I'm not going to leave you in the lurch. You know, I'm not one of those people that goes, right, I'm on holiday now, bye, see you. You know, yes, I'm off, but you lived and breathed the business before you came to stay at Neil's. I did, yeah, because when I was at Centre Parks, yeah, that was a bit hellish, but it's coming to that almost. I mean, I have to think, how am I going to work the way that I was working? And I think if I can put a lot of work your way, and I know it's going to be heavy, and I know it's going to be straining, and I know you're not going to want to call me when you're in the mire per se, but you're going to have to call me, because Neil wouldn't have left me in the lurch. So we've just got to do that. Right. So I've got the Outlook here. Not the Outlook, the project viewer. And I'm going to update it this week. But so the website proposal got done. I think we can axe this completely. Let's see if there's. It's quite messy. Well, mine is anyway. So, is anyone interested in running courses? Because if you are, I would suggest that we do it through a different way. I think if we just train people on things like podcasting and stuff like that. Because I don't think it would be a great thing to run. We've got a podcasting studio, but I think we should just keep it for us. And I think television advertisement. Well, terrestrial television is going down the pan, so we have to look at what's out there, and I would say things like podcasting and social media are the best things that are going to keep us going, and obviously the odd few print ads here and there, because there are places where, especially in the field that we'll be going into, yeah, so I think if we could do that as well, focus on a network of people, and look at the people that's outside the network, because there's always going to be a network that's suffering and they want to be brought in somehow. So I think trying to build a network and look what's really out there. And I see Southport, even though we were a backstreet company here, I think we should still look at who we've got. Because even though we're now in Liverpool now, and there's so many opportunities out there, but it's how do we network these people? How do we get Southport and the people in Southport and the people in Bootle? How do we get the people in Southport and the people in Bootle to network properly on an event that could be really big. And I think we've got a massive opportunity for next year. I can't speak so much on it at the moment, but it will literally be a 4 or 5 month job, 6 month job. It's great though that we've got like work coming out of our ears now, because I think this is the year that will just explode. Yeah. Well, I mean, reading through this, and I have read through this Project Viewer, like a tooth comb basically. And actually, even though it's been a bit of a sludgy year, we have had quite a lot of stuff to work on. It's just I haven't had the chance, and I just wish that I would have had about like 3 or 4 months off this year. But last year, in 2024, I wish I'd have had about 3 or 4 months off. But this year, I'm having 2 months off, and by the end of February, I mean, everything's going to work like clockwork, and we've just got to realise what we've got out there. But I think, as well, we've got to look at so many things: marketing strategies, traffic managing, how we're going to get bums on seats, that sort of thing. And we have Jamie Vondy to thank, really. I mean, to be honest, I haven't thanked him enough, because that guy has got us so much work this year. He told me on Thursday, he said, you'll have loads and loads of work this year. You'll have work coming out your ears this year. Well, he said something else, but, more to that effect. And Rachel said, Jamie's really, really busy, and you're going to be really, really busy. So, and it's and it's just like, I have evaluated this quite a few times, this project Viewer. And I looked at the board the other day and thought, shucks, there was stuff for you, Rosemary, on the board next door. And there was like the website and pricing and all the rest of that. And I think, to be honest, the price list is something that we should chew over again before March. Go on, Adam. Do you think Alan Adams? Do you think he'll know people that will put us work this end? And well, Alan's one of the good eggs, and I know we've pooed on him from a great height last year when I said, the Victoria Parks, this, that, and the other. Did you message him? Did you? Yeah, I was a bit pissed off because the flower show, like, they had got all of the advertising was done for the flower show before we knew. So, which is why I'm saying any events, right? Let's get it. Let's try and if someone else is doing an event at Victoria Park, if we know what they're doing, let's see when it is and get the advertisement in before then, because I can bet you bottom dollar it will be in before that date anyway. Which is why I've been saying, all the October ads need to be done July, August time. Which is why July and August you'll be begging for time off. And I mean that deeply and seriously. You'll be begging for time off. But, you've got a lot of holidays. But I'm saying, take them. Just take the... because you won't get chance So, we've ran over here, but I think I will message you all with a calendar, and then you can just fill it out where you want to take holidays. Go on, Adam. Is it going to be 2-week holidays, or it depends? It depends. If you say, right, I'm going to take a 3-week, I'll say okay. For freelancers like Harvey, is Harvey still like freelance? Yeah, he is. He's freelance. Noah's freelance. And the new guy. There's Noah and there's Leon. Well, Leon's one of the photographers, so he works freelance anyway. So that's like 4 people that work freelance. And it's going to be more difficult for them because they used to be able to come, like a taxi company, they just used to be able to come to the office when they wanted a job. But now they'll just have to email me because I don't think they'll want to work from the office anyway. So yeah, so I'm going to say meeting adjourned. Now, does anybody want this project viewer before I delete it and do a new one? Go ahead, just... Okay, let me just... So I'll send it to your private email, okay. So what's Adam Winters? Adam Winters at AOL. .co.uk. Lovely. So I'll send you that, okay. And I'm going to say the magic words now. I've been dying to say it for the past few minutes. I've been dying to say it for the past few minutes. And that, people, is meeting adjourned!